Yes,
Oh,
Georgia
look at you.
Bulldogs. I
Everybody's
decided
coming on board the bandwagon. Let's go.
Unlike Kyle, when my Blues are in the playoffs, he goes for whatever team they're against. No, I'm a great, wonderful guy, a good friend. I'm on Team Bulldogs, not just because Mizzou already trashed their season. Certainly not.
Well, you could have gone Alabama on me. You could have gone full Crimson Tide. You could just Roll Tide could have been your go-to line.
If they win, if they beat Georgia, I'm going to be a Roll Tide fan.
They're gonna.
He told me he's going to have sex with his sister just to celebrate.
Oh, that's a good one.
Alabama thing.
Yeah. I know. I like it.
Yeah. It works because he has no sister. It's less insulting.
Have sex with my brother dressed up Finn style like a sister.
Your younger brother, he could be a cutie.
I don't know about that.
How old is the younger brother that you can say that?
He's like, he's 11. No, I mean, he's in his early 20s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have like a 9-year-old brother. God, wants to fuck.
Can you imagine? Like, I've always wondered if what that would be like if
sex with a 9-year-old,
the child.
Yeah,
No.
I mean they're just so little, and you could throw them around, and like if they don't do what you tell them, you just send them to their room. No, not sex with a 9-year-old. You fuck. No, like if your
Sex
father,
with his sister, you idiot.
like if any of our like all three of our fathers are like 50, 60, 70, I think in order, something like that, roughly.
sounds rightish.
So like, what if they had another kid? You're gonna have to put headphones on, my sweetness. As much as I hate to muff your beautiful hair.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're
Thank you.
good.
No problem, man.
But but if one of our dads like decided they go on another one. Now, in some cases, that's like
We
what
require adoption over here, but carry on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. With the advances in medical science, maybe they could make
I
your.
think my mom just turned 71. That'd be a rough trip.
That would be like a global phenomenon if a 71-year-old woman had a child.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
With I mean, I watched this thing where they're two different things I've been watching because I go down the YouTube rabbit hole with genetics and dinosaurs and shit. But they're trying to because they can't do the Michael Crichton thing, right? That they did in Jurassic Park, and there's no way to salvage DNA from dinosaurs. It's impossible. Apparently, DNA like literally completely degrades after like 7 million years. So even if there was that mosquito or tick that had bitten a dinosaur, then immediately been encased in amber, and somehow they were able to get DNA out of that, it wouldn't matter because after 7 million years, there's no DNA. The dinosaurs.
You fill in the gaps with frogs. They covered that in the movie.
There are no gaps.
It would be all frog.
It'd be all frog. We made a frog.
Wait, you're telling me that whole scene about like dino DNA? That's not even real? They couldn't do that?
No.
That was a cartoon, Taylor.
That was a cartoon.
Of course, it wasn't real.
It was a cartoon they showed at fucking whatever Corporation Island that was.
That was Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that can't be done. But what they are doing and what they can do, the thing is that like chickens evolved from dinosaurs. So like in their genetic code are the genes to be a dinosaur. They're just turned off, So they're de-evolving chickens and trying to turn them into dino chickens. And they've done like several different experiments to like target specific genes. Once they did one, like, all right, let's make a naked chicken. Did it. Easy. All right, let's make one with a mouth with teeth in it. Done. Easy.
They got a chicken with teeth?
Yeah. And like a mouth, not a beak. They're like, all right, now let's make one that has like reptilian legs.
What?
Because like dinosaurs have different like leg bones, like bird leg bones. I think the tibula is longer than the fibula or something like that. There's this disparity in the length. Whichever one is longer or shorter, it doesn't matter. But the dinosaurs didn't have that disparity because of the way they walked or something like that. The science isn't important.
I need to hold on real quick. So they made it have a mouth and teeth. So did it have lips?
Whenever they create one of these abominations, once they've created it in utero, then they kill it so that it doesn't have to live a life as some sort of freak of nature.
So they don't even really know if that.
This could be a successful YouTube genre if they let it live. I would totally watch chicken.
It probably wouldn't have even survived, right?
It's inhumane. No, it will survive. It'll work. It's just inhumane to make it live as some sort of weird freak of nature.
We eat them.
Yeah, but we don't like turn them into like disgusting blob monsters and make them live. Like, you ever see The Fly 2 when they keep that poor boy's golden retriever alive for years, suffering and it's like, oh, it's so sad. I cry every time.
Yeah, that's a dog.
If you're out there listening, watch Fly 2. And
Skip the first one,
or don't.
It's like Old Yeller with torture. It's awful. So perfect. This is this is exactly what they're going to do. This is exactly it. This is very scientific. What we have here, not at all though. But no, they are literally working on this right now. They've got the funding to de-evolve a chicken into a dino chicken, and it's being worked on as we speak.
They've got the funding. There's potholes all over the road.
It's not government funding.
Chickens.
It's private funding. And then
paying for that to have chickens with
like
mouths.
a fourth tier billionaire and you can't buy a penis-shaped spacecraft like Bezos did, you should just go dinosaur. Like it's the less competitive.
Dude, it's cheap enough that we could crowdfund one of these things here. Like they were like, now we have $1 million worth of funding. I'm like, that's all it took. Like a big YouTuber could make that happen. Like, boys, we're gonna make a dino chicken. You guys get to name it. It'll be just like that Mountain Dew flavor. We're not naming it Hitler, but there's a few things we're not going to name it. But yeah, they were bragging about this $1 million in funding they had finally like gotten their hands on. But they've been working on this for some time, like doing one gene at a time. Like I said, let's give it the mouth. That worked. Okay, so now we know how to do that. Now let's fix the legs and just reactivating genes and its DNA. That
I won't get excited about this until you see like one grown up that's been born
agreed.
and then grows up.
Yeah, I need to see it done. And so, and then the other thing they're doing, and they're saying that this could be come to fruition in the next 5 to 7 years, is bringing back the mammoths, because they do have mammoth DNA, and they say that they can clone one and then put it in the womb of an Asian elephant, I believe, and they think that they can actually bring mammoths back. So just in time for global warming, we're going to have mammoths again.
That would be cool.
It'd be like having a Siberian husky in Florida.
I'm more interested in the mammoth, honestly, because the dino chicken sounds like it's going to be like very underwhelming. It's going to be like
there have to be some other things too, like what about recently extinct animals? Do we have their DNA at all?
Well, dodo.
They were talking about. I think the dodo is the one that always gets the most votes. They said to bring back.
Tiger extinct, maybe.
Yeah, the Tasmanian tiger.
Okay.
That I'm sure we've all seen that footage of on Reddit.
Recently, right?
They recently colorized it, which was a new thing, and smoothed it out a little bit.
Is it that video from like the 1905, 04
when they've got
Fair or something?
It's really sad when you know the background, because it's like, this is the world's last Tasmanian tiger. He lives here alone on a concrete behind bars for all of us in London to ogle at. Look at him. Soon there will be none, and he doesn't even know it. And
that's not even like the most offensive exhibit, because it's 1870 and they
pan over a little bit more.
People.
They pan over a little more. And this is Matumbo. We took him from Eastern Africa. He is the last of his tribe, and he knows it.
It's like they just
because he watched us slaughter them.
He's just like, dude, I'm a person. Let me out.
They used to do that, right? They would put people.
Yeah.
They would
go kidnap like Aboriginals and then go
Africans.
put them in a zoo, and a bunch of people would walk around and be like, "Oi, jolly good." Like, oh, this is a right bit of fun before we have our shepherd's pie.
Is that supposed to be British or Australian?
Oh, I don't know how to do either one, Will. So it always becomes Australian.
I got a little Cockney thing there. I'm co-signing. She's just too picky, and I'm going with she for you. That's your pronoun.
Picky.
It's not. That's confusing.
No, I'm just going to be what's the guy from Mary Poppins? Just the worst accent ever.
Oh, the chimney sweep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the character's name.
I don't either.
It's very dirty.
Since I was a child. But yeah, this is how bad things happen. They're gonna fuck up one gene and they're gonna make a full blown T-Rex. And actually, that's a pretty cool fuck up. We have guns. We could totally.
Yeah, we just fucking kill that thing. Yeah,
they need to skip to the end of this.
There's no reason to be afraid of a T-Rex anymore. What we're gonna give it years and years to get big enough to hurt somebody? Just blow